Hey everyone, welcome to Just Vibes with the Click podcast with your boy Peace J. And this is a two-part series from our previous episode. So we have Ommy with us.
Okay, hi everybody, Ommy here again.
Yes. And today we will be talking about, well, it's a continuation. So still, it's singleness, you know. So yeah, thank you for tuning in and let's get to it.
Okay, so Peace, man, I have a question for you. I was thinking about it during our last session. I thought, since you're the one in a relationship here,
Yo.
Ima, since you're the one in a relationship,
Dude, why are you doing this?
what would you say to us single people? Like, let's say if we get into a relationship, or those who say, I want to get a relationship, but I don't know the signs, I don't know what would you say to them? What would you tell them that this is, according to your experience, even if you're not sure, it's okay, but just, and then, like an advice, Nyana, just for us here who still, we're still in singleness land.
I did. At the end of the day, it's all about communication, really.
Okay.
Like, it's either you're good at it or you're bad at it. But if you're bad at it, at least practice on it. Like, at least, like, when you're with the person, you at least, put all your cards on the table and be like, yo, listen, I'm not good at communicating, but I'm gonna try. Like, thing is, I feel like most people don't even know who they're with, really.
Okay.
Like, it's really on the base level, okay, you like this music, I like that music, okay, you go to church, okay, we both drink. Yeah, that's it. It's nothing deeper. It's not like, what are your aspirations? What are your thoughts on certain like issues that are going on, whether it's in the country or in the world. So I guess, people just need to, like, the advice I would say is just communicate more. Like, yo, I can't stress this enough, I really can't stress this enough. Because I feel like a lot of people I know, I feel like their problems would be solved if both parties communicated.
Just sit down and talk. I get you.
Exactly. And not just communicating just to talk. It's deeper than just communicating. Communicating comes with listening and understanding, not just letting the person speak so you can move on, So
I get.
Can we just listen and understand what the person is saying? If you don't understand, tell them you don't understand, and yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I also have another question. Do you feel like you had a list, like a criteria, and said, I want this, I want, like, you went to say, I'm gonna check, I want someone who ticks the Proverbs good wife box, in Proverbs 31, you were like, someone who ticks this attributes or whatever.
To be fair, man, to be fair with you, I left that Proverbs thing alone, man. I left that.
Okay.
I left that alone. Personally, thing is, honestly, Omi, you're doing me dirty, hey? You're doing me dirty. But just to answer your question, I didn't have boxes. Like, I did have boxes. Now I don't. Now
you don't.
The thing is,
person that you have boxes.
Sorry?
Because you find the person that you don't have boxes anymore.
Wait, I don't understand what you're saying.
Because you find the boxes that you don't have, those boxes that you need to tick, like, oh, I'm still looking for this, I'm still looking for this. Does that person have everything?
Well, I would say they have everything for me.
Okay, that's so nice.
The thing is, I'm not like this whole thing of ticking boxes. She must do this. She must have this. She must do this. No, like really, sometimes it's a thing of if we understand each other, like that's a box that no one actually says a lot. Like, yeah, that box of do we understand each other? Do we communicate well? Do we share the same values? And not just values of, oh, I'm Christian, you're Christian. Being Christian is deeper than just being Christian. Like, you go to church on a Sunday, I go to church on a Saturday. Because when you get into such a relationship, you might and you see that, okay, this person, I'm going to see them like for future, like, like this is future wifey here, so like you need to think like, yo, am I going to switch or is she going to switch? You get so sometimes you need to think about that, so hence why just being Christian is not enough. I feel like it's a conversation that you need to sit down with your partner and actually talk about this, not like at the get-go, but then future down the line, like this conversation needs to be brought up. So yeah, like I guess
I do get you, fam.
Yeah, so I guess I do leave boxes alone. I feel like they're just a waste of time. Just leave
time when you
because
everything after.
Because thing is, the thing is, the boxes are your boxes. Going to the spiritual sense, those are not God's boxes.
Very true. That's actually good. That's a good way of saying it. That's very true.
They are not your like those boxes. God looks at them and be like, you dreaming still, you dreaming, like you're still a child, because like thing is, dude, if you're consistently going to be like, oh, she must be like this, you're gonna keep looking and you're gonna be disappointed, and you're just gonna be like bouncing from one person to the other, So yeah, that's my opinion on boxes. Leave boxes alone. Pray about it. Simple. Everything else will follow through afterwards.
Pray about it.
Yeah. Simple.
I like that. I like that you said don't just say Christian and then you say, oh, tick. When you said that, I think of something that someone once said to me. Yeah. And just because someone said it doesn't mean they're actually a Christian, or Christian definition in this modern day age is so different than the Bible. Like, it's so different, so just because they say it doesn't mean that they are. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So that it just went light bulb, because you get those guys who are like, yeah, I'm a Christian, da 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 da. Like I had a friend who the guy said he's a Christian, although he said everything that she wanted to hear. But as time went on, guys, we're seeing different personalities. Like, just like an alter ego. You see this one coming out, see that, and she's like, but I thought you were, you were like, and then no, it's what you wanted to hear the first time you met him. You immediately said, I want someone who's a Christian, and then he started saying, oh yeah, it's me, and then he played it for a while, and after a while he's like, I can't do this,
Yeah, you know what, man? Me, I don't care if this is gonna put me on blast, but ladies need to understand, these men will lie, dog. These men will lie to you. Dude, they will sell you dreams. These dreams that they sell you. Yes. The thing is, niggas have patience. Niggas have patience to lie. They will keep the lie up until Jesus comes, and you being the girl will just be there and be like, yeah, you know, this person's for me. He does all the right things. No, dude. Once you get to a point where, like, let's say you get into the marriage stage, you know, you get married, then they show you their true colors. Then they'll be like, yeah, I'm not going to church this week. Then again, oh, I'm not going again this week. And then after that, you start seeing alcohol in the shopping list, and you're like, since when? You know? So yeah, like, these men will lie to you for a long time, you know, a long time. So just be wary. Just be wary. Because this life is dangerous. And they will hurt you.
Yeah, I mean,
but not to so say, but not to say that it's only gents that do this. But I'm just saying, like, a large group of gents are the ones that will lie until they get you, and then that's it.
I get you. And you know, sometimes, when there's sometimes where I'm also like, I'm doubting. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, because to be honest, I'm an old school type of person. I like the old school marriage. That's the marriage that you hear your great uncles talking about. This is how it was done then. I like that because it's not what I'm seeing nowadays, right? So whenever I'm doubting, it's like, yo, will this ever happen to me or whatever? I always remember this verse that says there's a season for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. So I just think about that. There's a season. Right now, this is my season of singleness. I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna rush it. I'm not gonna jump out. Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Like, how can I say? Like, as seasons come, they will go at some point. Every time, like, I'm down and trying to say, yo, everybody keeps asking me if I'm single. Should I really be in a relationship? Am I ready? Those kind of thoughts that starts coming in and creeping in. That's when I started to remember that thing that says there's a season for everything. And I remember this is my season of singleness. This is my winter. You know, my summer is coming. You know what I'm saying? So as much as everybody might be in a relationship around me or getting married or having whatever you want to call it, bachelorettes, baby shower, whatever, I'm still going to remember that that's their season, this is my season. That's why you can never look at somebody's relationship and say, oh, why is this person getting married so early or too late or having a baby now? You never know. It could be this person needs to go through this right now. You just don't need to, or you might, but maybe in whatever time it is. So this is what I always do when I'm like, doubt is creeping in. Because when doubt creeps in, this is when you end up wanting to just be in a relationship. Then you start getting in with anybody, just anybody you see, just anybody that approaches you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, just to add on to what you just said about, like, you know, the friends, like you seeing your friends stuff, like, I can't stress this, you know, like, but like, you just need to leave your friends alone. No, okay. I'm lying.
Not like leave them alone wherever you like.
Sorry?
I'm saying not like leave them alone where you're like, I don't care what's happening to you.
No. Oh. Not that. I'm referring to like if someone in our friend group gets married, we're not gonna be like high key. We're not gonna be like, oh, congratulations. We'll be like, dude, are you sure? Like, chief, are you sure though? You know?
Sure though.
And then, what's this? As gents, there's this line. There's this line that says, as long as you're happy, bro. That means, that has a different meaning. I'm not gonna explain it. Yeah, but as gents, we know, as long as you're happy, you know, it's a dangerous thing, that sentence. Because thing is, like, I know you can't judge, you can't compare, you know, if someone's making a big move like that. But it's because we know our friends, you know. It's because we know, like, maybe someone that we used to go to high school with, you see them on Instagram, or they're married now. You're like, whatever, congratulations, you know, you're not feeling that. But if someone that you see on a regular basis, your friend, decides like, yo, I'm gonna marry this guy, I'm gonna marry this girl, and you're like, but friend, are you sure? And thing is, I feel like it's because of that social pressure, you know.
Oh, that's so true. Oh my God.
That's social pressure. And then I feel like, it's if you're that person in a group and you're the single one, right? I feel like you'll be more pressured, you know, to be in a relationship. You'll force yourself to be in a relationship where you realize that I don't like it here, you know. I want to go home. So yeah, it's just, I feel like that social pressure is the one that's pushing people who are not ready to be in relationships that will be very very brief, you know. Really brief. So I'm not saying stop hanging around people who are in relationships, but just try not to be influenced by them, you know, by tongue twisted. Just don't be influenced by them to make such big decisions like, yo, I'm gonna start a relationship with this person so I can be part of the group. Like, it's okay. Like, I'm saying it's okay to be by yourself. It's okay to embrace your singleness, you know. It's okay. This thing of who's gonna keep you warm at night? I'm like, hey, your bed sheets. It's fine.
Your bed sheets. Oh my God, that is so true, man. That is so true.
You know,
like, everything is so on point. Like, I think I cannot stress it enough that there is nothing wrong with being single. Like, yes, there are people who have that desire to be married. Obviously,
everyone there are a lot of people has a desire, though.
There are some people who don't want to be married, to be honest. I don't want to lie.
True. But I'm saying, like a lot of people, the end game is to get married, you know.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with being single, especially if you know. Like, you know, some people can look at their lives and sit and know that even if you take out the emotional, the spiritual part, you can know that I'm really not ready. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
You can tell that I've got too much on the plate. I have my mother here to look for. I've got school. I have work. You know yourself, me. But there's just always a thing of, I need to be in a relationship. And I do want to say, it is society that makes it seem like when you're not in a relationship, it's a big deal. It's like they start asking, what's wrong with you? How long have you been single? Like, even sometimes when I watch Date My Family, right? When someone comes, I know Date My Family, they lie a lot on the show. But when someone comes and they say, no, I've been single for 2 years, everyone like, hi, Bo, why so long? What is wrong with you? It's always that perception that there's something wrong with you. And I really don't think it's that. It's just that people nowadays just there's no norm to the idea that there's someone who can be single for that long. Exactly. There's like, and I'm like, there's nothing, like, when someone says like, what's wrong with you, you've been single for this long? I'm like, well, you've been single since you were single when you're in like grade 10, when you're 7, when you're 8 and 6. I know it's young, but nobody asked you what's wrong with you because they notice that you're a child, right? Also, now, just because I'm single, it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm noticing that I don't have this, or I need this. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah, what you said was like that thing of, I need to fit in my group because everybody's doing this. Oh man,
it's not okay. Because I feel like you. Thing is, remember, you're giving yourself away a bit. And thing is, I feel like in a relationship, it's I feel like okay. I'm speaking for myself, but I feel like you need to be vulnerable, you know.
Oh,
you need to be vulnerable at a point, because I feel like, why are you there? Because but the thing is now, I feel like now relationships are just, passing times, and I feel like when people start making these decisions of, okay, because all my friends are in relationships, I'm gonna get in a relationship. I feel like, be careful of stepping stone people.
Oh my God, that is so true. Because
these people are not with you for the long run. You will either help them emotionally to get where they need to be. If that means, even if they know that to get where they need to be is not with you, they'll still do it, because you're going to help them emotionally, you're going to support them, you're going to comfort them, you're going to, and dude, look at what's that movie, Acrimony. I'm not going to dive into the movie, but you know the movie, right?
Which movie is that?
Acrimony.
Is it? I don't know if it's the one for Tara P. Henson, something like that.
Yeah. The one where the girl supports the man, and then she gets all wild and mad because now he's with another woman. Yeah. So now, do you see how like a stepping stone person works?
Yes.
Once,
working with everything, financially, emotionally, spiritually.
Exactly.
Then when he just left her. Even goes the same for a woman. A man helps you all this way, then when he's done, you start noticing that, oh, you're a higher class or you're better, then you start leaving them.
Exactly. So I'm saying, I feel like the consequences of getting into a relationship that you're not ready, or God does not allow, that God does not present to you, is that you'll be with someone who you're going to give everything, and it will emotionally, physically drain you, because you're giving them everything. You're giving them everything that belongs to you, and you're helping them to grow, while one, it's not reciprocated, and two, they're gonna just leave when everything is all right, and you're just left there with the pieces. So as what's this? Speaking to someone who is single and who's listening, rather wait your time than being someone's stepping stone.
Very true. That is so true. You're also making me think about this movie called Love and Monsters, one on Netflix. You see how that guy, have you watched it?
No, I have not.
So this guy goes to look for this love of his life during the time when there's the world is ending.
Yeah.
Then this girl tells him, even if the world is ending, don't settle. And you know that line, I always think about it. Even if, some people, they feel like because they can't get into a relationship, or because they've been single for too long, they need to now just get anybody and be with that person. They start settling while they don't have boxes. Let me not say they have boxes to take, but then they still do some things that you want in a person. And because you can't find that person, or you've been single for too long, you just get anybody. That's totally what you're not looking for, or what God told you is for you. Then you start settling. So don't settle when, even if the world is ending, guys, don't settle. I always remind myself, do not settle. Like when someone approaches you or approaches me, and I see, or I feel it in my, sometimes I feel like sometimes maybe that's the Holy Spirit telling me to walk away or whatever. Sometimes I can feel when this guy that I'm speaking to could probably just be another nonsense to know or whatever. I feel it, and I'm like, no, don't settle. Even if this person is making promises to you, whatever, don't settle. Just walk away,
Exactly.
But don't walk away in a way that makes it seem like you're better than them. No, you're not better than anyone. Nobody, but you know your worth, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm trying to say? You know your worth. You don't need to settle. That's what I always like remind myself, you know? Even if there are times where I feel like my friends are always saying, yo, you need to find somebody, you know, all these things. And I'm like, no, I don't need to settle for that because you guys all are in a relationship. I don't need to just now compromise myself to this thing of maybe getting hurt, or maybe someone taking advantage of me, or maybe me even taking an advantage of another person. Sometimes we could be the problem. Sometimes we are the problem, but we just don't want to admit it, you know?
Yeah.
But then blame the other person. Oh, this person did this to me. Probably you did this to the person, but she just don't want to admit it, you know? Yeah, but anyway, don't settle, guys. You know your worth. You know you're fiercely and wonderfully made in the image of God. Do not settle for somebody who you feel like is not for you, or who you feel like God did not say, give you the green light. Let me just say, oh, you haven't been praying about. You know, when you're praying about somebody, or you're praying about a spouse or your future somebody, the more you pray about it, I feel like when that person comes, or somebody comes in your face and you meet that person, somehow there's something that I feel like probably you know that I can give this person a shot. Because obviously the person you're going to try going on a date with or be in a relationship is a stranger. You don't know them. It might be even somebody at church that you have never spoken to, someone in a friend group, someone on Instagram that you have never spoken to, but you know this person exists, or you don't know. One day they come to you or they greet you, and then now because you've been hurt in the past, or you have this idea that everybody's wrong, even though that happens, you don't want to take the leap or the chance. But I feel like the more you pray about that spouse, when somebody comes forward like that, I feel like something can tell you that let me give this person a shot. And if I see it's not worth it, I don't need to pursue it. Sometimes you need to be honest. Let me just give this person a shot. If I say I don't do it, then that's okay. I can tell him, no, okay, I enjoyed having you as a person around. You're good as a person, but not in this way, in this manner. I've had to do that with people. People had to do that with me, and that's okay. You know, sometimes you just have to admit to yourself that no, this person is not for me. Don't just continue with them, continue hurting and playing around with them while you know in your heart that this is not the person I've been praying for. I know what I've been praying for to God, and probably this isn't the person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
man, you've literally said so much, and I honestly feel like there's someone listening that would really appreciate this advice that you gave them. Because I'm not gonna lie, man, it's dangerous out there. Like, the streets are dangerous. These people will dribble you. And the thing is, don't also, you know, just to add on to what you said, don't allow that social pressure to affect you, because someone tells me consistently that, you know, that your journey is your own, you know.
That's what it's your season, you know, it's your season. Whatever is happening to you is gonna happen to you. Whatever is happening to somebody else is happening to somebody else. It's okay.
Yeah, you can't like, the journey is different. The journey is totally their blessings aren't yours, you know.
And I also know one thing, that sometimes it's the hardest thing to acknowledge that you probably are the toxic person. That's why you've been single. Sometimes people don't acknowledge that probably they are the toxic person. You know that person was a good person, but you just were yourself, and that person, you let that person go, or that person let you go because how you were. But here you are victimizing yourself here. Oh, she left me for this, he left me for that. Sometimes you know you are the problem, and I feel like once you know that, I feel like that's when you can now like start saying, Lord, I'm the problem. What do I do? Please help me. I want to get married one day. I want to have kids. I want to have a family. I want to start, you know, but I can't do this if I'm still the same, if I'm still cheating, if I'm still lying, if I'm still stealing money for my spouse and all those things. People don't know that. They think like, oh, if I'm still stepping on other people, using them to climb my ladder and become better while they are going down, but that person has been good to me. You know, I know I'm the problem. What do I need to do? You know, I feel like sometimes it takes guts, even if admitting it to yourself it takes the most guts to say that I was the problem in that relationship. I probably hit her or hit him. I probably called her names, insulted her, degraded her as a woman or as a man, and I just don't want to acknowledge it. And people don't realize that. Once you start realizing that, I'm telling you, it's gonna help you, because words do have power. When you start saying things out loud to somebody else, it starts hurting. And then once you start acknowledging that you are the problem, you can actually start need help, and you can even start slowly there. That's why I was even telling you that I felt like me and my partner in the past needed to apologize to each other, because we realized that no, I did this to you, you did this to me, so let's say this, take it out on the table there and apologize to each other, because carrying that thing forever,
it's not healthy.
Sometimes it's hard, not healthy at all. That's why so many people, when they're coming out of a relation, it just destroys them. You see people coming out of a relationship and that relationship has destroyed them, and you be like, Haibo, Gani, you were so happy, like when you're in this, you were so, what happened to you? Your friends is actually, you're not the same. And also you can't explain it probably, but hey guys, relationship really, really, really can change a person. They can make a person good, better, or worse. And that's why you shouldn't just be going around being with anybody that's giving you attention. Even you, the same thing. You can't just be playing with people's feelings here, because you wouldn't want to be hurt by somebody else the way somebody has hurt you.
Exactly.
All those things. I remember one time my older cousin, I remember he was talking, I don't know, my older cousin, I think I was in matric or grade 11, but between those two grades, my older cousin told me, he told me, Ommy, you are loud, you're like this, but if you don't find someone who loves you like that, it's gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying? That person needs to love you for who you are. Don't change. My other cousin told me, and that was the first time I ever received relationship advice from somebody in my family. I've never received that, and I'm saying those words, like, he told me that you're my baby cousin, you are this, you are beautiful, you are smart, you can, but don't let any other guy come into your life and tell you this, or do this to you. That was the first time, and I think that's the first and only time anybody in my family has ever said such words to me. And I'm telling you, that's when it made me realize that I don't need to settle. I don't need to be,
Amen. Don't like, just to add on, like, don't, if you know how you are, don't enter a relationship where you'll be silenced. And I'm not talking about if you're a loud person or not, but if you're not, if you won't be able to express yourself the way you feel, if you have to start changing yourself to fit the other person, it's not for you. It's not for you, my G. Stay home.
Okay.
Stay home.
Yeah, that's very true.
Don't go outside. It's dangerous there. Dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, yeah. With that being said, guys, this is the end of this 2-part series. Is it a series? Or 2-part episode? Or 2-part? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, this is the end. We've said what we've said, and if you feel like you fit into that bracket, just we're not saying take what we say, but the choice is always going to be yours.
At the end of the day, that's very true.
Yeah, well, we're not telling you what to do. We're just telling you that what we've experienced, what we've seen, what we've noticed, and this is just like some friendly advice. We're just trying to make the world a better place at the end of the day. And clearly social media is not telling you the real thing, so here we are. And yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for listening. Ommy, thank you for coming back once again.
Thank you so much for listening. Thank you.
I really appreciate the time that you gave up for this. You know, it's been real. It's been good.
Fun. It's been fun, man. It's been fun getting all emotional here about our exes. It's fun. Yeah. But it's been fun.
Oh man, yeah. that is wild. But yeah, guys, it's been your boy Peace J with Just Vibes with the Click podcast. Thank you so much for listening. And once again, if you like it, please share it with your friends. Cheers.
Bye.